Hello, everybody. My name is Mr. Zach, and this is Hudson Public Library, and we are doing preschool story time for you here today. So, thank you, everyone, so much for joining me. All right, so to start out, just like always, we are going to start with the preschool preview, and that is where I give you a list of books, my recommendations for the theme of that week. So, this week's theme is cats and kittens. So I've got a great stack here. So first book is Kitten and the Night Watchman. This is by John Sullivan. And this one is about somebody who's working on a construction site, and then they find a friend in a little kitten there. And it's a really cute story, just really fun, wholesome, and I think you'll like this one. So, all right. So, in all honesty, I picked this next book just because of the title. So, the themes of cats and kittens. This one is so fun to say. Cats, 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 cats. So, this is an old book. We've had this one at the library for quite a while, actually. And this one is all about cats. It's got some really interesting illustrations on it. If you want to see some kind of old school style ones, you can see like these drawing type of ones, and it's all about talking about cats. So I just think that one was fun, just that title. So cats, 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 cats. All right, so next one, we've got a couple nonfiction ones here. The first one is How Kittens Grow, and this is by Millicent E. Silsam. And again, sorry if any of the authors just happen to be watching this for me probably mispronouncing your name. All right, so this one has photographs of kittens in it, and it talks about all the things you need to know for kittens. And so lots of really cute photos in here, black and white photos of kittens all over the place in here. It says what they look like as they get older, the kinds of things they need for play, when you would expect them to walk, things like that. So if you've got a new kitten, would be a great book to talk about what the little one should be expecting when they see this grow up. All right, so the next one is our other nonfiction one. So remember, the nonfiction books are in a different section of the library, and if you ever have questions on that, I'd be happy to point that out to you. This one is called Why Do Cats Wear Pajamas? Fascinating Facts About Our Feline Friends. And this one is by Karen Brown. All right, so this one is just full of questions about cats. So lots of questions and answers about cats. So if you're ever curious about something, then this is a good one. Like, how many toes do cats have? How high can a cat jump? Let's see. Why are cats difficult to train? Anybody who's had a cat knows that is a great question. Let's see, but yeah, lots of really fun questions and answers if you just want to learn a little bit more about cats, kind of some quirky, weird things, and just some random facts on them too. And then just kind of some fun drawings in here as well. So that's a fun one here. All right, and so the next one is a board book, and I feel like these are really fun, especially for the youngest ones. It's a texture book. So this is Furry Kittens, and this one doesn't have an author list on it, so we actually put that under the name FUR because we didn't have that there. But you can see on the front here, you can feel what the nice kitty's fur is. And then there's some other things too, like there's one that's its tongue, and you can feel like anybody who's had a cat lick you knows that their tongue feels a little like sandpaper. So this is really good for understanding textures of things. So if you've got some real little ones, this one is really good. All right, and so I've got one more, and I realize I've already recommended this for a different video, but I figured it's still a good one. So this one is A Kitten Tale by Eric Roman. And this one is about four kittens, and they are talking all about the seasons coming. And it's got some great fun illustrations of the kittens playing and them all talking to each other, talking about winter and what that means, but really fun book. So really a lot of fun there. All right, so that is my recommendations for you for the preschool preview. Now let's get on with the main part of the show. Hello, hello to you and you and you. Hello, hello to you and you and you. A big hello, a small hello, a hi hello, 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 hello to you and you and you. All right, hello everyone, and welcome back. I am so glad to have you joining me today. All right, so you know me, you know I always like to start off with a little bit of movement here. So I've got my magic die, and whenever I roll this, it means that we are going to do whatever it tells us to do for movement. So let's see what we got. Alrighty, so I got a 2, so you can count 1, 2, and so that one is touching your toes. So we're gonna get up, I'm gonna move my chair out of the side here, and then you are going to touch your toes. Now, if you feel like you've got some good balance, you can stand up and reach down, touch your toes like that. And I know some of the adults, you might have a hard time touching your toes, but as always, I encourage you to join in with the movement too. I think it's a lot more fun when we do this together. So you can reach down, touch your toes, or you can lower yourself to the ground. And I know you can't see me anymore, but just trust me down here, I'm touching my toes on the ground. So you're gonna reach, touch your toes, try to stretch. So however you're doing it, whether you're on the ground or whether you're standing up, you're gonna reach down and touch your toes. Try to do it a couple different times. Just get a nice stretch going. All right, I think that's good. All right, so next up, we're gonna do a little finger play. So that is, if you haven't seen one of these before, where I do some actions with my hands, and then when I will say a short little rhyme or a short little story, and you'll follow along and do the actions with me. So I always go through them just a few times so that you are able to follow along. So let's get started. All right. 5 little kittens sleeping on a chair. One rolled off, leaving 4 there. All right, so you see what's going on so far? 4 little kittens. One climbed a tree to look at a bird's nest. Then there were 3. And if you're doing numbers, you can do them like this or like this. All right. 3 little kittens wondered what to do. One saw a mouse, and then there were 2. 2 little kittens playing near a wall. One little kitten chased a red ball. One little kitten with fur soft as silk, left all alone to drink a dish of milk. Yum, yum. All right, so let's do that again. I know that's a little longer one than I normally do, but I think we've got this. Are you ready? Okay, yeah. 5 little kittens sleeping on a chair. One rolled off, leaving 4 there. 4 little kittens. One climbed a tree to look at a bird's nest. Then there were 3. All right. 3 little kittens wondered what to do. One saw a mouse, and then there were 2. 2 little kittens playing near a wall. One little kitten chased a red ball. One little kitten with fur soft as silk, left all alone to drink a dish of milk. Yum, yum. All right, I think we can do that one more time. Are you ready? Okay. Five little kittens sleeping on a chair. One rolled off, leaving four there. Four little kittens. One climbed a tree to look at a bird's nest. Then there were three. Three little kittens wondered what to do. One saw a mouse, and then there were two. Two little kittens playing near a wall. One little kitten chased a red ball. There we go. One little kitten with fur soft as silk, left all alone to drink a dish of milk. Yum, yum. All right, I think that was fun. All right, so we've got a fun craft to do together. And before we do that, I think we'll get a little more movement in. Let's see what we do here. All right, this is one of my favorites. We got five, so you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 means that we're going to run in place. All right, so let's get up. Got to move my chair here. So running in place is just like running outside, but we can do it while we're just standing here. So it's all about getting your legs moving and getting your arms moving if you can too. If you are swinging your arms, make sure you're not hitting anybody around you if you've got some other people there. So let's get started on this and let's go. So you're just gonna pretend that you're running somewhere. You could even pretend that you're running a race into the finish line. You could go a little faster. Running. Are you racing somebody? Or are you running to something? Maybe you're imagining you're running to something fun. That's what I always like to do. So, oh, look, there's a delicious pizza over there. You could run all the way to that. All right, let's keep running for just a few more seconds. And I think we crossed the finish line there. All righty, great. Now we are going to do a little activity here. We're going to make a craft. All right, so to follow along with this craft, you're going to need a few different things. So you're going to need some paint. So I've got two kinds here. So we're going to be making a handprint kitten. So whatever color you want your cat to be, you're going to want to pick that. Now you can do a couple different kinds. Maybe you've got an orange and white cat. So you could get both of those and mix them together. Now I, at home, have a black kitty. And so I'm going to use some black paint. And I think my cat is going to look even better with some whiskers. And so to make that show up, I've got just a little bit of white paint. All right, so you're going to need to get a piece of paper to put that on. You're going to need a paintbrush to help you to mix that and also to draw on your whiskers. And then I've got a paper plate to put my paint on. Then you could put this on another kind of plate. You just need somewhere to put your paint so you can put your hand onto it. And then you can either draw eyes, or I love googly eyes. So I've got a couple of googly eyes right here. Ooh, that looks really weird. So I've got those for my kitty. So first of all, I'm going to get my paintbrush wet here. That's going to help this to go. All right, I'm going to put that there. So you're going to squeeze out your paint, and keep in mind this one can get a little bit messy, but I'm going to squeeze my paint right here onto my plate. I'm going to spread it around. So if you're doing a multicolored cat, you can use a paintbrush or just something else too. Maybe you could use a fork or something like that to stir it around. But my cat is just black, so I think this is going to work just fine. All right, so you can see I've got some black paint in there. So then I'm going to take my hand, put it in here. I know it's not all the way around, but I'm just going to move my hand so that it gets enough paint on it here. Ooh, that paint is a little bit cold. You're gonna want to make sure that your paint gets all over your hand, just the front of your hand, see? So I'm spreading this like this so that I get enough paint on there. Okay, so once you've got it on your hand, I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna get, yeah, there we go. There we go. Now I've got my whole hand. So then you're gonna take your piece of paper and you're gonna spread your fingers and put it on there. Somewhere in the middle of your paper, I think should be good. So I'm gonna spread my fingers here and press down on your paper. Make sure you get pressed everywhere your hand is. You're gonna make a lovely handprint here. And if your fingers don't quite connect, you can trace it. So you can see there, it didn't quite fill in. So whatever doesn't fill in, just take your fingers and rub that paint until it does. Okay, so we're not quite done here. So then you're going to take this bottom part of your hand right here. Oops, didn't mean to touch it with that part. This bottom part right here. Press that down into your paint as well. And then right on the ridge here on the top part, so right there, you're going to put on top of that. Press down. You're going to press down like this and then move and press down like that. So there you go. So, all right, this is starting to look like a kitten here, but I think there's a few things that we can do to make it look a little bit more. So before we do that, I'm going to wash my hands. So you'll probably want to do that too from this part because my hands are black and I do not want to get that all over my clothes. So I will wash those off real quick. Okay, great. So my hand is pretty much clean. I used black paint, so it kind of colored it in a little bit, but you know, that is okay. All right, so now I'm gonna take my googly eyes. So if you can't tell yet what's happening, we've got our head of the cat here. This is its body, and then each of its fingers are legs, but then this is my thumb over here, and that's the cat's tail. All right, so you're gonna take your googly eyes, and while the paint's still wet, I'm gonna put them on right here. And then I think I've still got a little bit of an open space on my plate here, so I'm gonna squeeze out my white paint. It's gonna need a little help coming out. I won't need much to make my whiskers, just a little tiny bit. All right, so let's make my whiskers here. I'm gonna give it 3 on each side, I think. All right, So I know you can't see, but don't worry, I'll hold it up to you so you can see what mine looks like. And I think I'll draw a little face. Okay, I think that's pretty good. All right, so let's see. There is my kitty. All right, so that is our craft for today. You can see we have made a handprint kitten. So thank you everyone so much for joining me today. Again, my name is Mr. Zach. This is Hudson Public Library, and this has been Preschool Storytime. I hope you join me next time where we're gonna switch from cats over to dogs. So thank you very much. Bye.